Many consumers had been rushing to buy new iPhones before this late-night Friday announcement. The majority of Apple iPhones are assembled in China. But just 1 week ago, Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick claimed iPhones could be made in the USA.
The army of millions and millions of human beings screwing in little screws to make iPhones, that kind of thing is going to come to America.
But the relief may be short-lived. Trump has said he could still impose other targeted tariffs on some of these exempted products. And Trump's previous tariffs, including its 20% import taxes on Chinese goods as punishment for the U.S. fentanyl crisis, still apply. The White House saying tonight that America cannot rely on China to manufacture critical technologies such as semiconductors, chips, smartphones, and laptops. Trump's latest tariff U-turn coming amid warning signs in the bond markets, traditionally a safe haven investment during stock market volatility. The escalating U.S.-China trade war putting investors on edge.
The bond market is basically telling us that the world is now not confident in what we are doing and where we're going to be in the future.
Trump dismissing those concerns.
The bond market's going good. It had a little moment, but I solved that problem very quickly.
China, meanwhile, retaliating with 125% tariffs on all American products, going into effect today. The move, a blow to American farmers. China imports more soybeans from the U.S. than any other country.
All it's doing is hurting the U.S. farmer here.
And American small businesses also feeling the squeeze.
Well, this definitely affects my bottom line. I mean, right now, we're going to make very little money.
Selena Wang joining us now from the White House. And Selena, as we heard, there are so many people likely to be impacted by these tariffs. Where do talks stand right now between the U.S. and China?
Well, Whit, at least for now, neither side is backing down. White House officials say that President Trump is optimistic they can reach a deal, but Beijing is defiant, slamming Trump's tariff policy as a joke. But earlier this week, President Trump did announce a pause on his sweeping tariffs for countries other than China, giving them 90 days to negotiate a deal. White House officials say that more than 75 countries have reached out so far. Whit.
Selena, thank you. And tune into This Week tomorrow morning. Jonathan Karl speaks with Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick and Senator Elizabeth Warren on the fallout over President Trump's tariff policies. Now to that blast of winter in April in the Northeast. Heavy snow falling in parts of Vermont and western Massachusetts, and rain turning to snow as spring showers hit Albany, New York. And summer-like heat in the West. Let's bring in meteorologist Jeff Smith with our New York station WABC. Jeff, that Northeast storm on the move tonight.
And we're still feeling the cold wind on the backside of that departing storm, which was very impressive, dropping upwards of a half foot or more of snow from the northwestern hills of New Jersey up into the Worcester Hills of Massachusetts. This will continue to spread rain along the New England coast right through the day tomorrow. Some snow over northern Maine could total up to a half a foot in those areas before it finally moves out to sea by later on tomorrow night. Quite the opposite weather going on the opposite side of the country, the southwest. We're talking record heat in Phoenix, Arizona. Spreading east, could be breaking records from Del Rio to Dallas during the day tomorrow. Also, red flag warnings in effect. High fire danger. Humidity as low as 3%. Portions of the southwest. Also, high fire danger over southeastern Florida. Next system of interest diving through the Great Lakes by Monday. Some winter weather, northern Great Lakes, and then maybe some severe weather breaking out over the Ohio Valley by Monday afternoon.
And not feeling like spring in many places. All right, Jeff, thanks so much. Next tonight, the chilling new details about a Wisconsin teen charged with killing his mother and stepfather. Newly unsealed court documents alleging a convoluted plot by the 17-year-old to overthrow the government, including the assassination of President Trump, and what investigators are saying about his alleged neo-Nazi views and motivation to kill his parents. Here's ABC's Christian Cordero.
Tonight, the FBI accusing this Wisconsin teen of murdering his parents as part of an extremist plot, alleging he was planning to assassinate President Trump and overthrow the U.S. government. Prosecutors say 17-year-old Nikita Kasap shot and killed his mother and stepfather inside their Waukesha home in February before stealing their car and leaving with the family dog. Officials later discovering the bodies during a welfare check.
Victim B body was appeared to have been deceased for some time, was unable to definitively identify who it was.
Law enforcement eventually arresting Kassab during a traffic stop in Kansas, saying they found a handgun, pried open safe, jewelry, and $14,000 cash inside the vehicle, as well as documents on his phone calling for the assassination of the President of the United States in order to foment a political revolution. The FBI says Kassab was motivated by white supremacy with extremist neo-Nazi views. In newly released court documents, authorities allege Kassab wrote, quote, "As to why specifically Trump, I think it's pretty obvious. By getting rid of the president and perhaps the vice president, that is guaranteed to bring in some chaos." Officials go on to claim Kassab killed his parents as part of an effort to obtain the financial means and autonomy necessary to carry out his plan. With authorities allege Kassab paid in part for a drone and explosives for an attack, and that he appeared to have been in contact with others. Kassab is in custody on a $1 million bond. Whit?
An alarming case. Christiane, thank you. Now to the urgent search for answers after that helicopter plunged into New York's Hudson River, killing 6 people. Divers scouring the river to recover the main rotor and other wreckage.